yeah, I guess it started today. Cool. So these are the hype ones. So, and just, you got Hype Fire, Hype Cherry. Ooh, fun. So what's Hyperscape? Please educate a Twitch streamer who is not an avid gamer. I love gaming. I'm a very casual gamer, as you guys know. Also, not much time on a boat to game, so please let me know. Tell me what is this? Aw, Frank, thank you so much for your 1,000 bits. Another battle royale. Okay.
Through 1,000 biddies. Oh my.
Thank you so much, Frank. Frank Fitness. Frank Fitness, thank you. Battle Royale like Fortnite. Oh, another like Fortnite. I've never played or even seen what Fortnite looks like. Ah! I'm a gamer. I'm an IRLer. Term of 3, but it has effects as zero gravity, turning yourself into a ball. It's interesting, but you're not into it. Alright, fair enough, Juno. Well, the good thing about games is that there's so many out there and it's so diverse that there's always going to be one for everyone. Viewers vote on in-game events each round. Gosh, okay, seems quite complicated. So, Hyperscape is free-to-play first-person shooter battle royale game developed by Ubisoft Montreal, published by Ubisoft for Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. The game is notable for its integration with video game live streamers, which allows viewers on Twitch to... That's actually really interesting, Doug. That's very interesting. That I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that sounds like that's one of a kind game that's kind of integrating live streaming and interacting with streamers. When you get back into video games, T, we should play Fall Guys because it's the funniest cooking game out there. I feel like you would really enjoy it. I haven't seen the gameplay, but I've seen images and it looks so cute and I love that. I'm going to be forfeiting my life to WoW today. Enjoy it. It'll be the first time you play it. Get ready to get addicted. Yeah, literally just said, yeah, it is quite addicting, even for someone like me. I remember the first time I touched it, I felt the addiction, like, right away. I was like, okay, gotta be careful. Party Boat, thank you so much for your 31 months. We are the Awkwards, the Awkwards, the Awkwards. We are the Awkwards family. Takeshi's Castle, yeah, cute. It is hard. Ooh, we've got some questions here. Where's Gaspar? What is all the radio stuff on the wall behind you? Does it work and do you ever use it? And what is the scariest moment you've had diving? Okay. Gaspar left this morning at around 7 a.m. with the dog. They're on their way back to Paris. He's staying with his mom for a few days, and that's where Stephanie will remain. He will come back and join us on Thursday. Behind us is the navigation panel. You'll see many of the kind or similar on every boat. Basically, it is it's an electrical panel. It's got all the flippy switches for all the things that you need for your boat, including the electricity, including the navigation instrument station, like turning on and off the navigation instruments that are outside, turning on the VHF, turning on the mooring lights, the navigation lights at night. Does it have Bluetooth? That it does not, but it has a car radio that we do not use. It's got USB ports that are on 12 volts, so this we can charge on while we're anchoring. This is an old VHF radio. We also have the handheld one here that we can take outside and carry around with us. This is the battery percentage indication. We've got 5 batteries on the boat. This is the bilge pump. Basically, the pump that pumps out water if there's any water that like collects at the bottom inside of our boat underneath. which does happen, obviously, for many different reasons. Yeah, so that's that. And what was the last question? Scariest moment diving or something like this? Scariest moment diving, let me think. I guess one of the, I never really had a scary moment, because that would mean I was being unprofessional or unprepared, and obviously I don't do that because I'm a professional and I'm very well trained, so I know my limits, and I know what normally, generally speaking, what I can and cannot do underwater without putting myself or others in danger. And plus, for the most part, I would be responsible for people who are less experienced if I'm diving with lesser experienced people. So I guess scariest thing diving, the one thing that comes to mind quickly, was a moment where things were underprepared or something. There was a moment where something happened where we were one staff short, and someone had to not work last minute that day or something. I don't remember exactly what happened, but basically it was a last minute change of plans, and I was kind of put on the spot by my boss, or higher up, the lead instructor of the day. Basically, they told me to join a diving team and follow their dive, but I was not briefed on their dive, so I had no idea what the plan was for the dive, and so I was not prepared. And normally that's not the problem, that wouldn't be a problem, but it was actually it was like the first month or two that I was working at this new dive place, so I was still a very new member of the team. So I didn't know the dive sites very well, I didn't know how things worked very well, and also, you have to gain trust and learn how to communicate with people underwater, and you learn that over time with your colleagues, because obviously you can't speak verbally underwater, so you need to learn to vibe, really. Yeah, so it was still very new, so I was all nervous and trying to do my best, and in those moments maybe you don't ask questions that maybe you should, or you want to do your best, so you just follow without question, and obviously it's your job, so you just follow, right? So that was that kind of situation, and suddenly I was put on a team. There was a team of divers that we were taking out. They were German. They were from Germany. They spoke really good English, so that wasn't the problem. They were very good divers, very experienced, so that put pressure on us. So I think that's why they wanted me there as an extra staff for them, to make sure everything was super good for them, because the more experienced your customers are, the easier it is for them to spot the problems, or the easier it is for them to not enjoy a dive, right? Because it's not a novel experience anymore. So we took them to this pinnacle, and I guess I was unaware of this. It was going to be a wreck dive, a shipwreck dive. Suddenly, I was not told this on the surface. So underwater, obviously, it's a bit harder to figure out what your team leader wants. They gave me, so they suddenly I've realized, we're going inside the wreck, not just going around and outside of it. So I got a bit nervous because, well, first of all, I was not prepared to penetrate the wreck. I wasn't mentally prepared for that. And that's obviously something you do want to be more prepared for, because that's where more accidents can happen, when you're going inside something underwater. Anyway, so I wasn't nervous. I could imagine. And then suddenly I was handed, suddenly the leader shoved this reel into my hand. And he was like, "You at the back, let out the line." And so I understood what he wanted, but again, I was not prepared to do this. So basically what he wanted me to do was, he was leading the dive, leading the kind of swim through the wreck, then the customers, and I was the sheep herder. I was backing it up, right? So that's the way you do it. Like, you've got a leader, you've got your divers, and then you've got the runner-up, so that no matter what, there's a professional in the front and the back to make sure that your guests and your divers are okay. And to make sure you don't get lost, what you do is the person at the back, so me, takes a reel of line. The leader takes the line and pulls it out, and then everyone holds onto it to kind of stay together following the leader. And my job, I guess, was to make sure I was there backing it up, making sure the line kept pulling out but not getting tangled in anything, and then, you know, reeling it in as we keep going through. But because I didn't know the way, I've never been in this shipwreck before, I was unaware of exactly what he wanted me to do with that line. So there was a moment where I almost got entangled. And at first I thought I'd messed up, so I wasn't using the line efficiently to, like, make sure that we were staying, you know, in there. And you know, you don't want to get lost inside of a shipwreck, right? Underwater. So I got very scared and I panicked for a moment. And that's obviously the worst thing you could ever do underwater. And I spooked myself. I really did. I spooked myself out, and luckily I was behind everyone so no one saw me freak out, but it was definitely not the best day of work for me. It was definitely not the best experience on the job for me. And obviously